Boom. Okay, right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a new video. First and foremost, how are we all? I hope we're all okay. I hope we're all having a lovely day so far, because that is important. In today's video, I want to take you through quite a serious topic, in my opinion. Something that I'm currently going through right now, and something I've seen a lot of more popular YouTubers than me, let's say, do this topic on. So I think it's important to give my take on it, my experience from it, and that is about being lean and being shredded. So I did want to bring this video to you outside because I have some, exotic, nice scenery, but it's pouring down with rain. So we're back in the kitchen today. We're gonna prop the camera up, sit myself down, and let's just have a good chat about it. So let's go. Right, so let's get into it. So today's topic, being lean, being shredded. A lot of people have been there, a lot of people haven't been there but want to be there. I have been in that situation. I've been lean, I've been shredded, and there is a difference when we're talking about competing in men's physique and things like that. I have been at a 5-6% body fat level. There's a massive world of social media of people in very good shape, people abdominals, ripped to shreds. And with that popularity comes a lot of people wanting to be like that, which is understandable because these people look good. But do any of these influencers actually give you the truth about what it's like to be like that? So that's what I want to bring today, and just give a little bit of an insight, a little bit of experience from myself to you guys. I'm not here to tell you whether it's a good thing to be shredded and lean or whether it's a bad thing. My job is to present you the information and you to make your own mind upon that. So I'm going to start off with the good things of being lean and being shredded. And the first thing, the most important thing, as you would say for someone trying to be like that, is your looks. Now, obviously, if you're lean, you're shredded, and you believe firstly within yourself that looks better, then that is a good thing because you personally think you look better. People in the fitness industry might think that you look better. And overall, if you're setting a goal of being lean and being shredded and you are like that day to day, as in you've achieved them goals, then you are going to feel good about yourself. You are going to feel great. Like currently, when I walk past a mirror or when I film myself doing my workouts and things, I do take pride in the way I look because I've set myself a goal to be like that and I've managed to achieve that. Secondly, with that looking good, we come to social media. Now, social media, the world of social media and fitness, it's a crazy world. It's a very competitive world these days, and particularly our generation have come to a generation of likes, comments, engagement, wanting that fulfillment, people to look at them. And obviously with being in better shape brings more attention, more likes, more comments. It just does. It's the world we live in. It's sad, but it's true. And I mean that in the sense of in a fitness world, for example, if you're setting out posts on your social media and hashtagging fitness-based things, so people who don't follow you and have never seen you before, if they see a picture of you, a decent picture, looking good, in great shape, you are going to attract more attention than you just, in off season, just a little bit fluffy, etc. That is just natural. So with that comes business. Now I say business, not everybody is in business or business will mean something to them, but I'm going to talk from my experience. I run a business in personal training and delivering health and fitness advice, etc. to as many people as possible. Now again, I'm going to gain more attraction the better I look, and that is because to a lot of people, the better you look seems not just knowledge isn't always a massive part of it, but you've got to think in your head from a business perspective. If you're trying to deliver a message or attract people to come to you to get to sell your product to them, you've got to think, right, by being lean and being shredded, number one, I look like I know what I'm doing. Number two, I look like I'm committed. So even though I have the knowledge, I'm also implementing that knowledge. Number three, I'm showing good discipline. I'm very disciplined with food. I'm very disciplined under pressure, with meal times, with training, etc. And I'm very committed. And all these things come as a package when you look in better shape, and that attracts more people from a business perspective as well, depending on your business, that is. And then obviously with that, from a business perspective and a social media perspective, comes opportunities. Now that comes at a more higher scale when you're more popular on social media and things like that, but when you are lean and you look better, opportunities might come around of sponsorships, of people wanting to work with you, people want to collab with you. From a YouTube perspective, for example, because I do YouTube videos, if you look in better shape and you're doing better content in that way, Other people might reach out to you to want to work with you, and in which case then is going to also benefit your business and your platforms to grow and grow even more. So they're all the good things from my perspective. However, there is a lot of bad things, and I would say the bad things outweigh the good things. Now the first one with being shredded, being lean, etc. is mood swings. Now this is a natural thing and something that has happened throughout my time, throughout my, say, not career, but throughout my experiences of trying to diet and get myself down to a good body fat percentage. When you're depriving yourself of food, your mood levels go down a lot lower. And I mean that as in things that you can usually withstand, your patience for things, it goes very quickly. There's some things that can just make me very angry, very snappy, very, very quickly, and I'm like, what are you doing? So things that usually in everyday life wouldn't bother me, and particularly when you're a parent, if you are a parent watching this, that can make a massive impact on your parenting life, especially when you've got children running around the house. Usually when it's like, oh great, are you playing, blah, 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 the next minute it can become, oh, I can't do this, I'm just getting stressed out, blah, blah, blah. So number one, mood swings. Number two, planning everything. Now, if you want to be lean and shredded, it just so happens that you will have to plan your way forward with your nutrition, with your training and everything else that comes with it. You have to track your food. You can get lean without tracking your food. If you want to get shredded, you have to pinpoint certain areas and make sure that you know what you're intaking in your body, and it's just like that. So you just can't wake up and have the freedom to eat what you want and make decisions how you please. You have to preempt everything if you want to get like that, and that can become very straining, very mentally tiring, and also for the people around you, and that's what I'm going to get on to next, and that is relationships. Now my relationships, when I talk about relationships, not just from a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife perspective, but people around you as well. I've competed whilst living at home with my mother and my sister. I've also competed around, well not competed, but tried to be lean and shredded around children and partnerships, and they all become affected. And that links back into mood swings, because your moods aren't very good. You don't have the patience for people around you as much as you usually do. Also, I can't just get up and go on a date with my partner, for example, particularly if you're on prep for a show and things like that, but you have to think about things. Or even if you are going to go out on a date in a night and eat a lot of food or drink alcohol, etc., you're worrying about counterbalancing that in the morning. What should I eat so lower my carb intake, lower my fat intake, to be able to minimise the damage or stay on track for treating myself later on in the evening? And again, it relates back to that psychological warfare of not just doing whatever you want, whatever you please. You've got to preempt everything. So the leaner you get, the harder that is going to be, because you don't want to be eating such low calories, because you're going to be so deprived of food. So the only other way of getting yourself into that deficit is to keep increasing the cardio levels to the point where you could be doing cardio 2-3 times a day on top of your normal training regime. And obviously, understandably, over time that is going to get very, very tough on your body. It's going to be physically straining as well as mentally, when you know you've got to get up 2 or 3 times a day training extra than you're usually doing. And also it takes time away from your family life, from your social life, and it can be very, very straining. So that's another thing. The next thing, and something I don't think many people have talked about on their videos, and something that I say from my perspective has affected me, and that is testosterone levels. Now testosterone is something that men carry, obviously, and it relates to things like sex drive and just general mood, energy levels and things like that. And my testosterone levels definitely do take a hit the leaner I get. And I mean that as I said, my mood swings go down a lot. General motivation and energy levels seem to I'd say go down more than on a usual day than what they would do if I was eating what I want and in more of an off-season or bulking phase. And on top of that, just my drive in that way, if you know what I'm talking about, is just not as much as it is when you're intaking more of them calories. And again, that can take effect on your relationship. It can just take effect on your own mental health, because just general days, you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you just don't you don't have that positive energy. Particularly when, as I said, you talk about relationship, you talk about intimacy, you talk about, getting along with your partner, and just people around you with general energy and feelings towards them. So that can take a massive effect. And the final one I want to talk about, which is something, again, being totally open and totally honest, I have struggled with, particularly since I've competed 3 years ago, and that is eating disorders. I would say that I do struggle with an eating disorder. Now that is not just, oh my God, you must have mental issues or blah, blah, blah. It's not like that. Eating disorders are such a vast range of different things, and I'll talk about my eating disorder. So since competing, I had to get myself to a level where I was so deprived of food. I was just sat there watching Eric the Electric, if you know that is, food challenges, constantly just taking pleasure out of watching other people eat, and that is not a very healthy state to be in whatsoever. And since then, my problem with eating disorders has been, if I'm on a diet, when I'm not dieting, I'm completely fine, I can limit myself. When I am dieting, so for example, currently, of a weekend, if I'm to have a cheat meal, you can't just have a cheat meal anymore. It becomes a joke, in a sense of, I could just have, I don't know, a bowl of cereal and I'll end up eating the whole box. I can have a biscuit, I'll end up eating the whole pack. Because you get to this psychological thing of, I can't have this again now until next week, or I don't know when I'm going to have this again, so I've got to physically eat as much of it as I can. And even when I'm full to the brim and I'm sat there feeling disgusting, I'm still thinking in my head, right, what can I eat now? What can I get inside? And that just is not a healthy way to be. Now, as I said, that doesn't make me mentally ill. It doesn't make me any less of a person. And you could be at home now, even not fit, not lean, and be like that, and that it's normal. It's completely fine. It's finding a way around it, finding a way of breaking past that barrier and getting yourself out of them feelings. So that's just how being lean and depriving myself of food over the years has affected me. So that is going to finish today's video. I don't want to drag it out too long, but there's some good points and some bad points. As I said, I'm not here to tell you whether being lean and shredded is healthy or not. I'm here to provide the information. You can make that decision yourself. But as I said, there is good points, there is bad points. I want you to generate them, mix them all in a bowl, take the parts out that suit you and that relate to you, and make a decision yourself. So big thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these type of videos. Leave a comment down below if it's something that you are interested in and something you have took on board from this video. Big thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel, leave a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment. It was rubbish, you're terrible, get a wash, up to you, and I'll see you in the next video.